Antiques and Collectibles, and we buy and sell stuff for our 2 antique booths and the 2 antique malls that we're in. Plaza Antiques in Lincoln Park, Michigan, and Maumee Antiques in Maumee, Ohio. And today is going to be a good day because it's Carleton and Woodhaven citywide sales. I believe Gibraltar is in there too, but I typically don't get there. So we're going to start in Carleton. Actually, I just went by a garage sale sign. It's a little bit early. It's about 8:30. So I don't want to go too early. I'm going to go to town first where I know those folks will be open early. So come on along and let's see what we can find today. First one over here. And this guy just kind of got in the way, but that's okay. He's looking for gold. I know him. So this sale was a really good sale for toys. I think they were collectors. There was a lot of collectible toys and mainly newer stuff. And there was quite a bit of Disney there too. The prices were probably similar to mine, so I wasn't able to buy anything. There was a couple other dealers there that kind of got in front of me, but they were buying video games and that kind of thing. I have tried with the video games, and I am just not knowledgeable enough to know what I'm doing. I ended up giving most of them that I had away for pretty cheap. So I think you got to be skilled in that area to buy that kind of stuff. And it's just not something I really like that much. I never was a video game player. So I think if you love it, that should be what you focus on, and that's not my love. So I'll stick with just the regular toys and the jewelry and the glassware and those kinds of things, because those are the things that I enjoy buying. And if you don't enjoy what you're doing in this type of a job, don't do it, because you have to work really hard for not a whole lot of money. So stick with the things that you love. That's the lesson for today. Go check out this big barn sale. It looks like the barn is full. That last barn sale, I got a ton of stuff. It's all packed in the car right now. I got a bunch of necklaces. I'm hoping I got some sterling out of the deal. We'll see. Here's one up here I'm going to check out. It's going to be a fast and furious day. Like I said, there's 2 citywide sales. So I'll show you as much as I can. But stay tuned to the end and you'll see everything. So, holy moly, I am reaping. I just got, I can't even tell you, so many brand new little cars and some antiques, and it's just been absolutely crazy. Got me a Cambridge Swan for 50 cents. So keep going with us. I am doing really well. So we're in Woodhaven now. We kind of got Carleton done. We're looking for sales going up and down the street. These are the older neighborhoods I always like looking in first. So we'll see what we find. We did really good in Carleton. There was not that many sales, but the sales I went to were awesome. And I got loads of stuff there. In fact, on my way home, I might hit another one up just because there was a lot of clothing and stuff like that for me. And I thought, well, I might spend the time and go through all that because their stuff was super nice. We hit on jewelry. Unbelievable. Spent about $60. Like I said, it's kind of a crazy day, so I can't always pull out the camera. But I will show you all that good stuff at the end. So let's see what else we can find. I see a pink sign up here, so let's go up here and check it out. The blow molds, they're probably too much money, but we'll go check it out. Everything is wrapped up, but I got a beautiful Department 56 Santa with snow babies. I got all kinds of little statues and lots of stuff in here too, and you'll see it all at the end. The one right here we're going to check out. Look what I got. $2 a piece. Old Dita's purses. I think we got like 21 or 22 of them. I can't believe it. Check that out. Plus I got a big bag of toys there. Great score. One right here we're going to check out. So that last sale we did really good. We got all of this jewelry for $2 a piece. She wanted $3 for the rings and $2 for the bracelet, but I offered her less and she was good with it. So that was a great deal. Out this fall display, boy, they really dive into it. They got werewolves and skeletons and everything. There's a sale here. And then over here, we're going to check out. All we got at both of those sales was a pair of earrings for 50 cents. Probably worth $3-4, but still pretty good. We're starting to get less and less stuff now, so it's getting to be the end of the day. Here's another house here that looks like they got a lot of stuff. Let's check it out. An ugly Christmas sweater and a whole load of toys. I think I paid $7 for all of it. So that was a good buy. Let's keep going. So we are heading back from all the sales, and I showed you a few sales, but there was a lot more that I haven't showed you. I was out from, it's like 2:30, and I was out since 8 o'clock, and there still was some I missed. So it was a long day, but buddy, my back seat is full, let me tell you. So we're going to go through it all and show you what we got. This is all the stuff that I got at the Carleton and Woodhaven citywide sales. I never did make it to Gibraltar. This is the first day of it. Don't know if I'm going to go back or not because I did so good today. So let's get started. So over here, this jacket here is what I call a showstopper. It's a crazy quilt, and it was made into a jacket. $5. I'm not going to make much money on that, if any, but that will look so cool on my booth with all the other stuff. I'm just excited to get it up there. This is an ugly Christmas sweater. I sell a lot of these at Christmas time. It was $1. I'll probably get $6 out of it. These mugs here, I'm starting to buy a lot more and sell pretty good. If I can get them for $1 or under, and these are 75 cents, I usually can get between 5 and 10 out of those. So that's a good deal. I got a little purse here. The silver one was $1. That's probably $6, $7. And the Vera Bradley, I think was $3. I probably can get about 7 or 8 out of that. Now these bags full of toys, not this one. This one I paid like $1 for the whole bag. But the rest of the bags, everything in there was 25 cents. Now, what I've been doing with the toys is I buy all these little cheapy toys and I categorize them together into bags, and I can get $4 or $5 in for a bag for maybe 3 or 4 pieces. But it's a lot of work because you got to categorize all this stuff. Let's go up here. These chicken candle holders, I don't know anything about. I just thought they were cool. I think they're newer. I think I paid either $1 or $2 for them. I'm sure I can get between $10 and $15 on them. They're really nice. They're like a ceramic, which is interesting. I thought they were wood at first. This vase here I paid $1. Probably get 10 out of that. This is a Department 56 Snow Baby. This was $3. I can't find anything wrong with it. It is beautiful. I'm sure that's worth $30 all day. I could be wrong, and you let me know in the comments if I am, but I think that was a good buy. These are lead crystal candlesticks. I think they're newer. I paid $2 for them. I probably can get between 10 and 15. There's a little shell. I paid $1 for it. I probably put $1 or $2 on that. This swan is a Cambridge swan. I paid 50 cents for it. $10 to $15 for sure, if not a little bit more. This is a little lounge fly bag. Actually bought that for my daughter. She likes her Disney stuff. So that was $2. It was a pretty good deal. There's a bunch of little rings here I got for $1. I usually get $1 a piece out of them, and there's probably about 8 of them in there, so that's good. All of these little statues and vases, I think I paid no more than $1 for. And I get between $5 and $10 out of these. You know, things are changing. I used to sell more of that kind of stuff, but now I'm selling more toys and clothing and really a mix mash of stuff. Toys for sure. Now this toy was a really good find. All of these new cars, I don't know how old they are. I gotta look every one of them up. Anything in a package was 50 cents. Anything out of a package was 25 cents. You just can't go wrong with that. So I got them, pretty much all of them. And this truck here was only 50 cents. It's got to be worth $5 or $6. Most of the stuff I'm sure I can get between $3 and $5 out of. This box was just interesting. I think I paid $1 for it. I probably can get between 8 and 10. And this picture I thought was interesting too. I paid $1 for it, and it's all, I think it's all carved. It's very weird. Don't know much about that. If you folks know anything about that, please let me know in the comments. I'm kind of thinking it's worth maybe 20 or 30, but I don't really know. So all these stuffed animals here, I get these and I put them on the shelves with a color that coordinates with them. And I usually get between $4 or $5 a piece. Like if they got a tag, I can get 5. Like this one here has a tag. But if they don't, I can get 4. And they sell like hotcakes. So that's a good thing. And this, look at this little doll. $1. Never been out of the box. That was too cool. It's probably not worth much, but I just thought it was so neat. Maybe $8 to $10. But that was just really cool. Up here, I got a variety of the little toys that I always typically sell. I sell the LOL dolls, and the little people are really selling good right now. They're getting harder to find. Some plush animals
and some action figures. And this is even a Mr. Potato Head that's a Star Wars thing for 50 cents. Most of this stuff, as you can see, was $1 or under. This bag was $2, but there was quite a bit in there. So those are all easy money makers. Not huge amounts, but really good. And I got some ears from my daughter. This Betty Boop light up thing, I think I paid like $6 for her. The comps are all over the place. I've seen $50 to over $100 a piece. I'm not sure on that one. I'm going to have to look at the sold comps and really research it. I usually put lower than the lowest comp because I want it to sell, and I'm dealing with hundreds of people where the people on the internet are dealing with thousands. So I try to make my stuff lower than eBay for the most part. Now this was the find of the day. Look at all these vintage purses. I mean, holy moly. These were $2 a piece. Can you even imagine? Most of these are worth between $10 and $20 at least, if not a little more. But look at the shape of that one. Beautiful. All the sequin and beaded purses. Hopefully you can kind of see them through the bag. I'll pull a couple more out. Some of them have a tiny bit of damage on, but not much. They're really pretty good shape. So that was awesome. So we're going to go in the house and we're going to take a look at the jewelry and see what we got there. Here is some of the jewelry that I got at the Carleton and Woodhaven citywide sales, and I got a kitty helping me right here. Anyways, everything here was $2 a piece. And this was kind of a weird situation. So I saw these necklaces, and there was a lot of paparazzi jewelry and whatnot. No, what? She wants to chew on my necklaces. Anyways, but there was these things too, and I thought these were really quite beautiful. So I asked the woman, and excuse me, but I got to put some of these up, or my cat's going to eat them. I asked the woman if she had any more jewelry, and she said, well, yes, I have bags in the house of jewelry. I said, would you mind bringing them out? She goes, sure. So these bags all were in a giant suitcase, just full of jewelry. I nearly died. Anyways, I'll show you some of these things. Let me pull them out of the bag so you can see them. Just a sampling of some of the sets I got, and most of the bags had 2 or 3 things in it. So I got the purple set, and look at this. Now this is new, but still, that's beautiful. I mean, most of this stuff, I don't know, like this set here is just gorgeous. I would think I could get $20, $30 out of that set. Some of the sets, I'm not going to get a huge amount, maybe like $10 for this set. And even though that's on a card for modern earrings, those are actually all clip earrings. But a lot of these sets I'm going to get $20, $30 for. But this was one of the best finds in the summer. And like I said, that's just some of it. Look at these glass beads here. I don't know if you can see them on the camera there. Here's some more glass beads in there. I mean, just a totally good find. And she was thrilled to make the money, and I spent quite a lot there. But look at the stuff I got. It was just beautiful. I think I spent over $60 on jewelry. And I'm not going to pull out every piece, but man, this was an awesome find. Now, I got some other, lots of jewelry that were modern jewelry. Like I spent $10 and I got a bunch of modern earrings. And that stuff sells for me too, especially on that earring rack that I have in the booth. So those are all good too to have. You got to have some of that kind of stuff too, that little cheaper stuff. But anyways, this was the cat's meow. I'm really thrilled. That even kind of looks like it could be Swarovski. I'm not sure. But anyways, great find. Super nice lady. And look at this stuff. This is the best jewelry I think I've gotten all summer. So anyways, there's the majority of the jewelry. And like I said, I have some modern stuff. I didn't pull all that out. But I wanted you to see this stuff because this was the best. So this is Lou from Lou's Antiques and Collectibles saying goodbye, and we'll see you again. Bye.